Hello everybody, Big Planes here, and today I want to talk about some stuff in the future and what I'm going to plan on working on. So let's get right into this video. Now that the largest project I have ever done is finally complete, I can start to focus my attention on some more stuff you guys want to see me build. So obviously, like I already said, the next project I'm doing is the space shuttle because that is what the audience decided I should do. So that's definitely what I'm doing next. But beyond the space shuttle, I want to explain to you in this video what my plan is for this channel. So obviously there are a lot of things and a lot of planes that you guys want me to build, from everything from Cessnas to rockets to large jumbo jets like the A380. But I want to explain to you what I actually plan on doing and what some cool ideas I have are. So the first thing is, in terms of the planes and the passenger planes, I am making room, or trying to make room, under tables right now to fit more planes so we can keep going without having to tear anything down, because I don't usually like to tear things down. And some other ideas that I had, and I'll talk about the passenger planes later in this video, but I wanted to start this off really with the space stuff. And here's this general idea that I have. As you can see here, we have the Saturn V, and the next thing I'm going to do is the space shuttle, and I'm still not sure whether I want to put that over here or over there on one of those shelves, but the space shuttle will get built. I've already designed it. I'm going to be posting a video in a few days here on how I'm building it, and we're going to get right into that project. But I want to do a theme. I want to do the most influential rocket from each generation. Now that's sort of going to be a little bit of a blurry line because each generation can be defined by something else, but I'm generally classifying them into the three generations that I see them most used as. I see them back as classic space, which would be the Saturn V, the N1, the Mercury program, all that sort of stuff. Sort of middle space, sorry about my naming, but middle space is kind of like the space shuttle, the Soyuz, that kind of stuff, you know, middle space. And then the next classification is going to be new space, which is going to be like the Falcon Heavy or the SLS. I want to classify them into three categories, and as you can see here, we have something from old space, which is the Saturn V rocket that took people to the moon. Sorry, no hoaxes here, but I want to do something from each category. And for sort of middle space, I'm going to be doing the space shuttle, which is sort of the largest aircraft that I can think of. I will probably also be doing like some Soyuz and maybe some other smaller aircraft like that. Now this is just a space, keep in mind, so planes will be continuing to be built at the same time. But when it comes to the new space, the stuff that I haven't really talked about too much yet on this channel, I want to do something pretty fun. And you guys are thinking this rocket was big, right? Well, my idea for new space, and hear this out, is think of it, the BFR from SpaceX. Yep, I want to see if I could do the BFR. Now that BFR, I do believe, is taller than the Saturn V, which, great, another tall rocket, but I'm not sure how much larger. I'm still going to do more research. I want to actually see the thing fly first before I build it, but that's just generally an idea there. I might actually clear out those shelves over there and put a rocket there, because as long as I don't build the launch tower like I did for this thing, I should be able to fit these things in relatively small spaces. So these tubs might need to be moved. So that's just generally what I want to do for the space stuff. When it comes to the passenger planes, like military stuff and passenger planes, I want to do a lot of those too. I want to do a lot of smaller stuff like Cessnas, maybe like 737s, all sorts of CRJs, all that kind of stuff. People really seem to like those sort of planes, so I really want to keep doing them. And a lot of you have given me really great suggestions, and I want to follow through on those. So yeah, the passenger planes will come, and after the space shuttle, I will begin to build some larger passenger planes. The BFR, if I do a BFR, now I'm not making any promises here, but if I do a BFR, it will probably not be this year. Okay, so I need to get more money, I need to get more space over there, and yeah, that's probably what will end up there. But I hope to have it done, and I hope to do one eventually. I just want to know what you guys sort of think of that idea. So that's just, you know, more space stuff. But the passenger planes, I really want to do stuff like a Concorde. I want to do a A320, maybe a 737. I really want to do some classic planes like a 707, maybe some more propeller-driven aircraft. And I also want to do some small fighters like the MiGs and F-86. So yeah, I want a lot of want to do this, want to do that, but I actually have some plans here. So smaller planes, I want to do some small passenger planes like some Cessnas and that kind of stuff, right? And I also want to do some smaller World War II fighters, not too general aviation, but just some small World War II fighters, and then maybe some smaller passenger planes. So I know this was sort of an unorganized video, but I tried the best I could here. And yeah, so mostly I'm announcing that the the Saturn V is pretty much done, and I'm moving on to the space shuttle now. And I also wanted to know your opinions on a BFR and that kind of stuff. So that's all I really have for this video. Please stay tuned for more videos to come in the future. And that's all I've really got for this one. Bye for now.